So the arch is very prominent on these, but they're soft enough that they compress when you put them on your foot. And like, I like to call these the Chuck Norris of slides. Good day to you, my foam shoe friends. We're back with another neurotic slide review where we go in depth and look at every little detail that we can find. So this is more of like a long-term review. I've actually had these for going on a year now, maybe about 10 months or so. And I like them so much, they are making it to the top 5 video that I'm going to do very soon. And my initial purchase of these was just in the slate gray. And I had gotten them on eBay for like 50 bucks. Because the retail in these can be a little high. I think they're like around 79, and so if you can find them on sale, it's worth it. But the slate gray is rather drab, and I wanted them to have a little more of a visual presence in the top 5 video. So Oofos just came out with like the rally version of these. Watch me slice my finger open. With some more colors, and I've literally been like waiting for since I got these to get like better colorways, and they never came out with them until now. And the rally retails for a little more. They retail for like 85, so it's a little more money for the more vibrant colorways. But I stumbled across a sale. They actually have these on sale for $60 right now on Amazon. I just noticed today. I wasn't able to get that sale. I came across them on Woot, which is like a third-party seller, and they had them for like 67 or something. So I still saved a little bit of money off of the retail, but not as good as they're on as they are listed on Amazon right now. So the Rally, they've got 3 different colorways. Black and red, there's like a navy and like a sky blue fade, and then they've got like a vibrant green, and I just looked on their website and they've got like a Boston colorway right now, which is really cool looking. It's a limited time thing, but that's like $90, but it looks really cool. So I had the thought in my brain, I was like, you should take these back or send these back and get the Boston ones, but it's here. These are here. I don't need to spend $90 on these anyways, so I'll take them for how I got them. This red colorway is pretty cool too. I was gonna get the blue, but the sale that I came across was only with these red ones, so I was like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I kind of like the red ones to begin with. These are nice. So let me read just they don't have a lot on the website as far as the write-up on these, but I will read a little bit of what they have, and while I'm doing that, I'll put a little slideshow of the thumbnail photos that I take of these. These are nice. These are nice. I'm happy. I'm excited about these. All right, let me read the website. Men's Ooaahh Sport Flex Sandal, and these are the Fire Rally. An evolution of the original, featuring an agile foam strap for additional support and comfort. Sport Flex, a contemporary spin on the classic slide with a sleek adjustable upper strap for a more optimal all-around fit. All right, superior quality. Foam technology absorbs 37% more impact than traditional footwear. Patented footbed design reduces stress on knees, ankles, and other joints. Closed cell foam is machine washable and designed to minimize odor. Feel the promise. Try any pair for 30 days risk-free. If you're not 100% satisfied, you can send them back at no cost. Foam technology. Revolutionary foam technology absorbs 37% more impact. Okay, I already read that. And I think that's everything. All right. So let's let me show you real quick. I won't spend much time on it. because we'll look at these ones. I do want to see if the sizing has shifted at all, because these do look a little smaller. So here's the gray ones that I got like a year ago. These are one of my favorites. And I got them in an 11. And these are also men's 11. But they're a little smaller. Yep, just a little smaller, which isn't a bad thing because the 11s ran a little bigger. Or maybe these are just a little more flattened out since I've had them. Nope, they are a little smaller. They're like a ½ inch smaller. That's interesting. That shouldn't be a deal breaker because these ran a little big, even though I'd sized down. So sizing recommendation, at least on the old ones, it was to go down. We'll see how these fit when I get them on foot. So let's take a look at these ones. Let me bring this up a little. All right. So these are all kind of the same foam all around, that Ooaahh foam or whatever it was that I just read. It's very soft and squishy. These are one of my favorite squishy slides. The ergos don't feel as prominent. I'm gonna have to do a comparing with the other ones. So one of the things that I really, really like about these slides is they have a very high arch. But they're soft enough. Yeah, I think they might have changed the ergos. But they're soft enough that the high arch compresses. They look relative. You can probably see it better on the gray one than the black one, just in terms of the light reflecting. Yeah, they look the same. I'll know when I put them on foot. I don't want to get distracted. So the arch is very prominent on these, but they're soft enough that they compress when you put them on your foot. And like, I like to call these the Chuck Norris of slides. So when you think about your foot and its pressure with the floor or your shoe, most of the pressure, it's like you've got the ball of your foot and then the heel, and we have the arch in between. It's like a bridge. So the ball and the heel are what impact initially, and that's when you step into footwear. That's really what's where the pressure is the most. So with these having such a prominent arch, it kind of like it supports the arch. So like I was saying, the Chuck Norris of slides, there's a joke with Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups, he pushes the earth down. So these Oofos slides, it's like they don't cradle the heel and the ball, but they press up on the arch, which takes the pressure off of the ball and the heel. So it creates a very unique experience on foot, and these are what go on my feet when I get home from work that I've been standing on for 12 hours, which reminds me I need to get new insoles for my work boots today. But just with that high arch, lifting the foot off the ground or lifting the foot up, it doesn't lift it off the ground, I'm not levitating, but it changes the dynamic of like the stress on your foot, and it's fantastic. And there's no other slide that I've experienced that does that. So that's something that like Oofos is amazing for. They just, and when I first came across this slide, the gray one last year, I was researching like most comfortable slide, and I was finding all these videos on these Sportflex slides. And the people that were talking about them were all like runners. They all did like marathon running and stuff. And this was their recovery slide after running marathons, is they would put on the Sportflex slide. And now I know why. Just with what I already established with the Chuck Norris element. Well, that's a good way to keep it simple. The Chuck Norris element going on with these. It's the greatest thing to put on your feet if your feet are stressed or tired or sore or anything. So that's why I like these so much. So let's look at them in hand now that I've gushed over them. I kind of like the traditional like footprint. It's kind of like the cartoon footprint, you know? I like that about these. People have criticized this overhang, but it's a non-issue. The tread is very, very casual. I mean, these are a very casual slide. These are like major recovery slide. I usually just wear them indoors. You can take them outdoors too. I'll probably start wearing that gray pair outside a lot more now that I have these. The insole, the insole texture is very, very soft. It's not very aggressive at all. These are fine barefoot. Let's see if we can get a better look at the ergos there. Get this other light here. One more. There, that's a little better of a light. So you can, I think I kind of showed it earlier pretty good. The ergos. So they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. And even though these are really squishy, the ergos retain as your foot compresses into it. So that arch still stays very prominent. Like I said, it cradles the foot so nicely, so nicely. And then we've got these new colors about them. So we've kind of got like a nice fade, a red to burgundy to black fade, which is pretty cool. And then the Oofos logo on the side. The gray one, it still has that logo, but it's very very minimal. So, but everything else is the same with this one, except for the sizing, which I pointed out a little bit. But I think, well, and then we've got the adjustable strap too, which is something unique to these, I think the Sport Flex model. So they've got a cheaper slide that is just a solid strap, but from my exposure, like looking at reviews on that one, it doesn't fit very well, and that's what people criticize about it the most, is how the strap isn't very fitting, and it also like dents and stuff too. People will receive them shipping, because as you saw, they just come in like that bag or whatever. There'll be dents and stuff in the top strap just from this foam getting impressed, I guess you could say, or pushed on or something during shipping. But so if you're gonna go the way of the Oofos, I would recommend spending the extra few dollars and getting the Sport Flex version that has the adjustable strap on it, and you will be happy that you did, because these are great. All right, I think that's all I have to say about them in hand. They've got like a little bit of a toe curl to it, but they flatten out pretty well once you step onto them. These are so soft. These are super soft. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. If anything else comes to thought, I'll record a little section and add it right here. But let's throw these on foot and see how they do. All right, here, let me set the gray ones right next to them, because that will be interesting. If there is any differences between them, I'll point them out, between the this new colorway version and the older kind of solid version. All right. Yep, so they are a little smaller than the other ones, which isn't bad. It's not horrible. They do feel a little more narrow too. So like the other ones, you can see the size difference. Let me get centered a little more. Just based on the space I've got on the toe box. So it's pretty similar. It's not dramatic, but it is kind of noticeable. I kind of notice it a little bit. The width seems a little different too. The newer one seems a little more narrow, but it's still within range of the other one. So I would say the sizing kind of holds true. I mean, you might be able to go up, because before they told you to size down on the website, whereas I mean, I almost might want to go up with these. I don't know, but they're close, but they're a little different. So keep that in mind. If you're on a half size, you could probably go either way. If you want a little more toe room, you could go up. But if you like them fitting a little closer to the size of your foot, then you can go down. One thing that is nice about having a little extra toe material though on the end is I've kind of stubbed my toe on the wall with these a couple times, and that extra padding is protect my toes. So I would say if your foot's a little wider, you should probably go up in size if you're on a half size. So that might be the best advice for these. All right. They're still very soft as the other ones. My initial first impression going into them is just nice, comfortable softness. That arch is very prominent, like I said, in the in-hand footage, but it compresses and flattens out and kind of fills where it needs to as you stand on it for a minute. So it creates that Chuck Norris effect, like I was saying, to where it's taking the pressure off of the balls of my feet and my heels, and it's kind of cradling the arch. So, which makes these the greatest. The goats. These are the goats, man. These are the goats. So I understand why the people that run these marathons all are in love with these slides, because just doing manufacturing right now and having to stand on my feet for 12 hours, like, I feel it. So when I get home, like, that's what goes on foot. But yeah, they look good. I like the nice vibrant Oofos logo on the side. It really stands out. And these new colorways are pretty good. But these are super minimal. They're super basic. So I'm not going to have a lot of description for them, I don't think. It's probably going to be a rather short video. But I'll try to keep the observations rolling. The foam it's I don't know what to compare it to, because it's kind of unique, because it almost has like this like vinyl, like it says it's closed cell. It's almost like a rubbery coating over top of it, but like I feel like it's kind of an outer layer thing that, like, if I were to cut it open, it would be more of like a foamy like center to it, and it just has that feel to it also as you step on it, like as it compresses, like it feels like the inside of the foam is like more porous than the outside, like it's kind of sealed off on the outside. So that's just an observation, but it's not a negative by any means. So let's walk in them, and I'll try to talk a little more about them. So having that adjustable strap is it's pretty fantastic, because you don't have to worry about them being too big and not fitting properly. So that does make these very sporty, being able to cinch that strap down on your foot. But they're still extremely casual though, just in how soft they are, and with the Chuck Norris effect. So these are like a really good balance of sport and comfort. So hence the name, the Sport Flex. So I really don't think I have any criticisms to these. These being a little narrower though is something that is noticeable just compared to those gray ones. So I kind of like the width of those gray ones a little bit better. I almost, I don't know. Knowing what they're doing now with the sizing, if I get a third pair of these in the future, I will probably try the 12s next. I'll probably go up in the size because I do like having a little extra width and a little extra material on the toe with these. But yeah, they're fine. I just realized my sock is inside out. It's let's get some action footage. All right. Like, it's weird that I don't have more to say about these, but it's kind of the situation to where, like, the things that stand out tend to be flaws with stuff. And like, when something's right, when something works, like, you don't think about it. It just does its thing, really without error. So I don't have like a lot of negative impressions about these that I can talk about, because it's predominantly positive. So they're, I can see these being too prominent with the arch if you have flat feet, because I don't have the plantar fasciitis or whatever, but I do have a little bit of an arch. So slides that have a little more support, I tend to enjoy more versus ones that are a little more flat. So that could be a takeaway. If your feet are super flat, then you might not like that arch. But then again, like, don't people with flat feet wear like arch inserts? So maybe they will like these because it'll like create more support in that area. I'm not sure. Leave a comment below if you have flat feet, like what you do with your arch, if you try to support it, if you try to like purchase more like flat like shoes and stuff like that. Please share your information below. That way I can become a little more knowledgeable on that topic. But aside from that, like, I really don't have any negatives to say about these. There's not much separation on the heel when you go up. That strap comes back far enough on the top towards the ankle that it's keeping a good, nice, like, sporty fit between the bottom and the back and the heel. So it's not like really sloppy or anything like that. So they're just all good, man. These are all good. These are the goats. These are the goats. They're nice and light. They're not heavy. There's no outsole to them. It's the same material. But I think with them being sealed off, like I had mentioned, what they call a closed cell foam, it seals off the bottom. So you've kind of got like some decent, kind of a shell, outer shell all around the exterior of these, which probably helps aid in having like a bit of a more durable outsole. Like, I don't know if there would be significant wear on the tread with these being the same material all the way around. I don't know if you saw how beefy the Velcro is, but it's pretty thick. So you've got a lot of Velcro there. So I don't see that as wearing over time. And with its width too, you've got a nice adjustability to it. If your feet are a little bit wider, or if you've got like a more girthy top to your foot, like it'll allow for all shapes and sizes of feet, you could say. But yeah, I think that's everything, man. I think that's all I have to say about these. I highly recommend these. They're a little more pricey, but if you shop around, you can find them cheaper. Like I said, I think Amazon's got them for $60 right now in this like rally colorway too. So yeah, these are one of my favorites. These are one of my top recommendations. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that'll do it for the Sport Flex. So top 5 video coming soon. I have all the pieces to the puzzle now. So within the next week or two, I'll get that top 5 video going on. And I want to start doing shorts too. So I guess check out the shorts if I start making shorts. And yeah, I've got a few more on order. I've got the, yeah, I won't talk about that, but I got a couple on the way, so. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I always appreciate everybody's comments and positive feedback. And we will see you in the next one. All right, take care. Cheers.